I didn't have a conscious search for God, but I knew I was looking for love. One day, I decided to go with my mum, when I was 16, to a Christian house for a 3-day spiritual retreat. When I was in front of the tabernacle, I had the experience of meeting love made man. I experienced an encounter with God that changed my life. I saw His presence everywhere. It was the most beautiful time of my life. But little by little, after a few weeks, these nice feelings disappeared, and I couldn't meet anyone who shared the same beliefs nor the same experience. So I started doubting my experience. I told him, do you really exist? Or was it a dream? You brought me to heaven, and now I'm back to a dark valley. After 1 year, I went to Ireland to visit my brother, and I met an Italian friend of his who was a practicing Catholic. For 5 days, we talked almost all the time, and after that encounter, all the doubts I had about faith dissipated. When I went back to France, the first thing I did was starting the process to become a Catholic and to receive the baptism. We wrote to each other a lot, hundreds of letters. We got married when I was 21, thinking that we would have time to have a large family. And we decided to place our friendship with Jesus at the center of our family lives. We asked God to show us a place in the church that would be present everywhere in the world, that would value ordinary life, that would help us becoming closer to God, and that would give us a solid formation. We discovered that I had a chronic and evolutive condition that had made it very difficult for us to have children. And so despite our prayer, God had other plans for us. I know that the greatest happiness lies in being very united to God and just to accept His will. We thought that we should become an adoptive family. After adopting our first son, we moved to Mexico. We had another great blessing, which is the adoption of our second son, a Mexican baby. I go and visit the few preschools that are there in that area, and I discover that place, the Montessori preschool. The directors give me a tour of the school. When I get into their office, there's a little picture of a priest, Saint Josemaria, the founder of Opus Dei. And I said, oh, I would love to know more about that person and to know more about Opus Dei. So we started going to the means of formation very frequently. I started falling in love with the writings of Saint Josemaria. So after a few months, I asked for the admission in the work. Then we thought that our children needed more stability. We wanted to go back to Europe, so we settled down in London 7 years ago. I think what we received from our Mexican friends is that gift of friendship. So I think that now we want to do the same. I set up my business as a personal stylist and a color consultant. So I meet many women. It's a perfect match with your eyes, right? I help them discover their beauty and make the most of their talents. For me, the greatest thing is that we're children of God, because when you live your life as a child of God, you don't have to worry about anything, because you know that everything is in His hands. Whatever happens, the good and the bad, everything comes from Him and goes to Him.